Looky what I just got. All right, I'm so happy. Getting ready to paint the room in a colorful way. And when my mind was wondering, well, I can't wait to see if this works. Let's see if this will work on the other, the engine hoist. I really didn't want that engine hoist, but I figured I decided I'd fix it up. Well, let's take a look here at this thing and see what it looks like with this crummy. Oh, that says 3 ton. I thought that was a 1 ton. Right now it's a no ton because it don't work. And so we're going to see about replacing this thing. Oh, there's a nice stick there. Nice to have an extra stick for things that need sticks. So this is the old Pittsburg horror freight thing, and we're going to see if Big Red will go on here. I got this, it seems like about a week ago now, so we'll see how this does. Bound to be better. Can't be worse. Don't know how. There's where I saw 1 ton right there, but you know it kind of varies depending on what you do. And do not make any adjustments to this stuff unless you just have to. So it looks like I got a little trouble here, but these are 1-inch heads, and I don't know, but they seem to work. But I don't think that one's going to go far enough down, but I don't know yet. We'll see in a minute. But let's have a little fun here. You got your noise abatement on your skull, covering your tympanic regions. Because here we go. Sean came yesterday. Maybe he'll come get this stuff out of here. He's telling me to hold it for him. There you go. It's in the recycle bin. I don't know if they can recycle. Oh, that reminds me. Don't weld on anything like that. Never weld on a pressure vessel. I was going to say that about. I saw a cat one time using I don't know, the thing that shoots the flame out. A torch on a shock absorber, and man, I screamed at him. I said, get out of here, because that thing will blow up and blow your face off. So anyway, let's jack this thing up. Acetylene torch is what I was trying to say. So there's your little locky key thing, and I think that's locked enough. I got another bedroom to paint. Boy, you talking about something I do not want to do. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. Let me use both hands. I don't want this thing falling off. So 3 ton this, 1 ton that. No tons of Mara. This is a direct replacement for that thing. I am very pleased with that. Let's not hook up on that thing. The only trouble I would tell you might run into is the flanges down here, these welds. They kind of interfere with you a little bit, but I didn't have to grind anything or do anything to make it just replace that. So, well, that makes the guy feel better. Now, I keep thinking about putting the motor in the bonneville and stuff with this thing. I actually used the gantry and this thing, so I was kind of safer. But there you go. And it seems to collapse at about the right. That's a direct replacement. Wonder how high up it goes. Let's find out. Well, I don't know. I think it reacts a lot better. Another YouTube spills and thrills extravaganza. And now I got enough long ram jack strength here to pick up my fan mail. Because I got 2 tons of fan mail. Yes, I've got 2 tons of fan mail. I know because I weighed it. I weighed it on a truck scale. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how high up we go. Now they shipped this thing. That's a nice plug. It didn't leak a drop. Sometimes I've gotten cylinders and the oil will be weeping out it because it's just a rubber plug or something. So this Big Red stuff, I've got one on that strut compressor over there too. I trust them. Can't have too much more. That's about. Make sure whenever you use these things, just go around them and make sure everything's tight. Let's see when we hit our limit. Whoa. Another thing I found, don't leave the handle down or fall out and it'll jack up your ears. All right. I think that's more travel than the other one had. Well, you really couldn't do much more than that because the engine would be too close to you. Because as we all know, when you, golly, when you pull there's the red line. It says don't go past that red line. So if you read the directions, it said don't do that. So I ain't gonna do that. Let's let her, but let's get a look at her and see. Whoa. Because the jack will go up under the car and the engine will come towards you. Basic physics. So that's all you'd ever need there. My goodness, I'm impressed. Okay, well, come on down, girl. So whenever you're storing stuff like this, just make sure it's all the way home. Make sure that cylinder is completely covered. And I'll tell you another little secret too. Do not spray WD-40 on anything that you don't want to swell up, because it'll make rubber swell. So don't spray WD-40 on your cylinder things. Just use hydraulic oil, simple plain old hydraulic oil. Which reminds me, I've got to take that silly air jack apart and get a hose. So anyway, like I said, it's okay. I have different kinds of hydraulic fluid, so I don't know. You want to keep that? I think so. That's a good piece of stock if nothing else. I wish that handle went on there. That'd be cool. I don't really care that much. It don't matter that deeply. All right, well, that's going to be the end of that. So give me a thumbs up and be sure and hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to remind myself to put a link to this thing down in the description. So if you've got one of these Pittsburg things, and I tell you the truth, I'd probably just change it even if the old one worked, because it's better, safer. When you're holding something up, a motor, and you're going across the leading edge of your thing, and you don't want that thing to fail at that moment. And the other thing I'd recommend you do is go ahead and get yourself one of these gantries, and you can use whatever else when you're doing that work, just anything you can think of. And the other thing I have that I'd really love doing the work was this Oberlin, whatever it is, tilt thing. That's really nice to have too when you're doing work. Even if you do it one time, it's worth doing that. You sell it on Craigslist, or what do they call it, fake book, something or other. See, I'll do all that if you want to, but I ain't gonna be doing that. But anyway, all right, let's go in. 311, that ain't too bad.